Welcome back, crew, to session 12 of season 3 of Pandemonium. It has been like 2 or 3 weeks, about 3 weeks, I think, since we've played last, but we are still diving through the depths of Reclamation Day with our Gavels of Avasara, who have banded with the remnants of Kata to try to retake their homeland from the forces of Taish Reborn. But with that, the group has been with the Cottons for in game about 2 months now, working with them to rebuild their army, kind of recruit new allies to their cause from the various powers that be within Kasia, working to kind of build and align a military strategy. And then finally, now with Reclamation Day here, to assault the beaches of Kata and build a bulkhead or forge a bulkhead for the Katan forces to get their homeland back. With that, the group has been stretched to the limits today. Starting the day off, the vision or the prophecy from Paua coming true with one of their former enemies, making itself known at the beginning of the Reclamation Day, being attacked by the dragon Arathar, who had a grudge against the party after they slayed his friend, another endless dragon. The group battled against him as well as minions of Y, the goddess of water, but proved victorious. Were able to slay, or well, Belric put an arrow through the dragon's eye as it fled to a portal opened by Narak, one of Shinzo's minions. But with that, the group was able to take out the dragon, earned a bit of a peace with why she had stopped the torrential rains that had been pouring on the army and the party for the last few weeks. It also said that she would no longer directly interfere with the events of Reclamation Day. She also did give a threat about sleeping dogs no longer needing to lie to Will in response to forgiving him for his lie, but that is a problem for another day. With that, though, the group continued to press forward, tapping in their, let's say, eclectic B squad, who was able to infiltrate one of the Akarian vessels amid the blockade, moving it out of position and causing havoc within the Akarian lines, along with the Copper Squad of the Adamantium Renegades, and a couple of the other forces allied there. Utilizing the break within the Navy, the leaders of the Gavels paddled heavily on a longboat, evading the kind of siege weapons placed to kind of hurl catapults and lancers and bolts and anything and everything to stop ships from making their way to shore. The group, along with the assistance of Divine Or and Prasanda, were able to make their way to shore. Jeet's fire magic able to destroy the siege weapons, protecting the shore, and rout the forces on the bay. And that's where we're going to pick up. You guys have just faced off against some of Taish's elite forces, the giants and monsters that they've called upon to protect the bay. You guys are battered, blooded. You see around you, see and hear the chaos of war around you. You see more of the Cotton Navy kind of making their way to shore. You see cannons firing, ballistas firing. You see almost the sun burning bright down upon you, but almost a bit of haze around it as ashes and other debris are kind of almost blown through the sky by the wind. You see and just smell the chaos of war, kind of just almost permeating the land. With this too, you will see a boat, one of the Cotton Navy boats, kind of come through and dock near the area that you've cleared off, providing you guys refuge, a chance to patch your wounds and prepare, as you know that the other forces are kind of arrayed to take the rest of the beachhead and start pushing forward. The armies of Kata kind of pushing against the Taish forces and earning the beach inch by inch. Uh, Before we jump to the other Gavels who are fighting, with this is everybody. Well, most people. I think Crash said he's been to war before, but this is most of the Gavel's first taste of war. How's everybody doing after the assault on the beachhead? What's going on in everybody's minds?
um, I'll Belric will start. Like he's younger, he's never been to war, and yeah, this is, I would say he's almost like shell shocked. Like as as things calm down and everything, like it's just like everything's kind of happening in slow motion around him, and there's just kind of like this haze of like um I don't know, nothing's super clear to him, and everything's almost like going in slow motion, and yeah, there's definitely nerves and confusion and anxiousness, and yeah, I mean, I think he'd be looking to the other party to like for some semblance of calming or reassurance, but yeah, he'd definitely be in it.
I think Will is very intently looking at how everybody else is doing around, like at the ships in the distance. Uh, I don't know what the situation is with the other places, like if we can see how well things are going at the other places that needed to be assaulted. I don't know if we can see those places from where we are, but if so, Will would be very intently trying to watch to see how things are going there.
You could definitely see from kind of the bridge of the ship where you all. I think you guys rolled your treat wounds last session for those. You had, I think, a half hour to spend on that side, so you can definitely see from the bridge of the deck as you guys treat your own wounds how this battle is progressing. You see kind of the Cotton forces, especially the ones you see almost leading the charge right now through the beach, bear the banner of Ascenta with King Andreas kind of leading these forces, leading the Cotton Navy and then forces on land. It's they are fighting inch for inch right now. You see the giants going hard against these soldiers, different maneuvers and tactics as these men are trying to fight against beings 2, 3, even 4 times their size, against monsters of myth. You see chimeras flying to and fro, launching spikes, breathing fire upon the troops. One of the things you see, though, is especially when it comes to the true Cotton forces, those who have called this land their home, they are pushing and they are pushing hard. They're It's brutal. They're going up against beings that are would typically be out of their weight class, but they are fighting. They are fighting coordinated, and are at least at this moment moving the measure forward as they try to gain their island back.
I think some of the blood loss from the last fight has made Wisteria go a little lightheaded, and she's having trouble kind of focusing, patching up her wounds and the wounds of others, but not her usual clear-headed and focused self. The one thing that is in her mind right now, landing on the beach, looking at the ground around, is she keeps kind of repeating mentally that, like, we just need to push through this and succeed, and then we'll have a home here, finally.
Gee, we'll pick on you next.
Yeah. So, Jeet's looking a little panic-eyed, especially when people come up close. He's trying to maintain this aura of calm. He started off the beach invasion very infused with the blessing of Nar. Blessing's still there, but the excitement that he had has been beaten out of him. Specifically, he is internally cursing himself for way overextending beyond the rest of the team in the last fight, and just reminding himself to just stay more calm and don't get into the hype of it. Like, just don't overextend next time. Stay with the team. We know what to do. trust in the team more so than just the blessing of Nar.
I meant to go back to rewatch the video just to confirm my notes. But Jeep broke all 3 of the siege engines, right?
No,
I think somebody else did some damage to one of them, but it was mostly Jeep.
She definitely took out 2 on his own. I think Belric might have been involved in the 3rd with some fire arrows.
yes.
Fire arrows blessed by Nar!
Yeah.
But yeah, he jumped, and it was a leap of faith, basically. He went in thinking, okay, Nar's going to protect me. And, I mean, the fire came in handy, yes, for offense, but his team is the thing that actually is the reason why he's still up and alive. So we're going to tamp down the recklessness and try and maintain a level head. So his thinking is very tactical right now. Just don't overextend. Stay with the team.
Will's sort of seeing everybody is sort of rattled a little bit. It's just kind of try to get everybody's attention, like, y'all, that was great work, but listen, in the future, we got to be a little more careful. I'm not going to be able to keep healing y'all like that all day. I'm running out of steam here. And actually, you see he, like, wipes away at, like, his eye, and, like, some, like, it looks like he has gold paint on his hand as he wipes away from his eye.
Okay, so before we dive too further to that, Crash, how are you feeling?
Crash, at first, he looks steady, he looks stable, he'd find a spot to sit down, he'll look at one of his guns, and for the first time, you hear him use a certain word. Fuck! 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 God, this war's fucked. Oh, we almost died. I don't want. I'm no coward. I don't want to die. I blasted in there. I thought I wasn't expecting to get hit nearly as hard. I think if I had bones, I'd be dead.
You're all right.
If I had bones, they'd be in what would be my lungs. My heart, my sternum would be in my diaphragm.
Well, it's a good thing you don't, then.
Do you know how? I get you trying to diffuse with humor, but do you understand how horrifying that is?
It's just like, listen, y'all, it's just like every other battle we've had, just more people. That's all. That's the only difference. We're just doing it like we've always been doing it. Come on.
I can see in the distance that giant just bit a man in half.
No, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. We just have to keep our heads. Will is right. We won the beach. Regardless of how everything's gone, we won the beach.
That man just snapped a rock's neck with his bare hands.
Yes, bad things are happening. Ignore them. Stay focused on the objectives. The objective's all that matters. Doesn't matter if I die, if Bear dies. We all just have to keep going. The objective is what matters.
Dear brother. And you see Crash like cling to his cape like a safety blanket for probably about 4 or 5 seconds before he like smacks his own face and just locks back into that kind of more stoic way you've seen him more often than not, and he just shuts up for a second, just 1,000-yard stare.
Wisteria says, it's very simple. We know what we have to do. We just need to do it, and then we'll succeed. And she's like shaking as she says this.
Belric is not reassured through all of this.
How much blood is in your body? Looking towards Wisteria.
Enough.
Would an eye for numbers be? Give me that number.
You know what? Eye for numbers mixed with Wisteria's usual studious nature. I have no idea, so you can either Google that, you can make up a number.
Just
Casually
quickly
looking up
Googling
how much blood you can live without.
Likely somewhere between 1.2 and 1.5 gallons. Although I'd probably quadruple that for our enemies in this battle.
All right, what's the next objective then? Where's our next goal?
Well, as you guys are going through and patching your wounds, you do see the alluvian flare to life, and you do get a kind of a cut of different areas across the battlefield. One moment you see King Andreas Scalatus with kind of his golden gleaming armor and blue cape flowing behind him, leading his unit into his kingsmen into the battle, just charging through, spear piercing through tendons and legs of giants as he rushes through and leads his troop through the breach on the beach, going ever further and farther. Other times you see the Cotton Navy from afar, just unleashing their cannons and catapults upon the island, battering down giant fortresses and stopping reinforcements from arriving. Other times, you see the forces of the Forged Men, the Templars, and others continuing to push and push forward. But one thing that you see is just for the briefest of moments, you see the balancing act. You see it making its way to shore and unloading the remainder of your forces. You see, with almost a Tyrion-like precision, the phalanx soldiers march off the ships, shields raised, spears pointed out. Behind them, you hear them far before you see them. You hear a blood-curdling roar as the Bruins of Phesia make land upon Kata once again. And then you see marching out behind the bears, the red arquebus line, rifles shouldered, but as soon as they hit the beach, leveled, pointed, aimed, and ready to fire. And behind those two, you see the standard, before you can even see the man, you see the standard of the gavel. You almost barely see him fit into the alluvian's frame, but you do just see just the tip of his head as Beshnet marches off the ship, waving the banner. You cannot hear what he is saying, but you can definitely see that his mouth is wildly open and like he's shouting out something. And next to him down the ramp, you see Varnuk, spear given to him by Mockery, ready to go into battle. And you see it cuts from them as they make their way down onto this blood-soaked beach with ashes pouring through. And that's going to be our next objective. But one last thing you see on the alluvian before it goes dark, you do see the kind of the remnants or the remains, we'll say, of the distraction force aboard the airship, led by the Baron of Kata himself, making their way kind of across the land. But you do see one thing that probably gives you pause, at least for a moment, is you see what looks to, in theory, to have been a chimera, but probably by far larger than any chimera that you've come across. You see the beast wings kind of flapping, almost chase, as if it's in chase of the airship. And with the airship itself, you see it is taking a beating throughout this encounter, smoke billowing out of other sections where the hull should be protecting, exposed to the air. And you see this chimera is rapidly gaining as the airship starts to kind of turn its weapons and start to turn its troops to bear to be able to fight this enormous monster off. And you even see kind of on the bridge the flickering of teleportation runes and just the brief outlines of Ezen and Gresham of the prefects as they start to phase in to assist with this threat. But just before the beast would be able to hurl some fire breath or get its claws into the airship, you see a crack of lightning. Even though you cannot hear the sound upon it, you hear, or you can almost see the flags and the way that people's clothing reacts. The boom of thunder, and you see a glowing figure off in the distance, golden cape, an aura of electricity buzzing around them, almost making them hard to directly look at. You see this golden figure, this electrified being, fly straight into the Chimera's maw, uppercut it, and then send it grabbing its tail, spinning it around, and sending it hurling back to the ground. Across the ship, from those who either have their own Illuvian or watching over your shoulders, you hear an almost awed mutter, "Sandric is back." And you see that crack of thunder, or a crack of lightning, and then boom of thunder go off once again, and see the golden figure hurtling off in the distance, making its way away from the airship.
Holy shit, he's back!
I was like, no way. Is he describing one of the prefects? No, it could be the champion himself.
There's gotta be some kind of twist to this. No way. He's back?
You see, does Crash say that out loud? Or not the twist piece,
No,
but
no,
at least back.
this is entirely me, the player. Crash is looking at this with that again 1,000-yard stare of this wizard war is fucked, man. But no, me, the player's just like, God damn, he's back. Either this is a grandiose moment or perhaps a trick. Either way, I'm celebrating.
But you do see kind of celebrations from the troops. You see even one of them was kind of staring over, I think Wisteria's shoulder as she's the holder of the Illuvian. You hear him almost awestruck as he goes, "We hadn't seen high to air of him, I think 6-7 years? But before the Baron, or before the new Baron, he was the one that protected us. He kept Kata safe. If he's back, I mean, I don't even know if we need to be here on the beach right now. He can just fly right up there and take care of this all himself, you know?"
Well, let's give him some backup. Let's make sure we don't leave him hanging, yes?
Yeah. But I mean, he kind of points back out to the general, just mayhem of war. Goes, "It's a little bit easier now, all right?"
It will be. It will be, yes.
What do we know a lot about? I'm sure Wisteria knows this is Sandric's Sanderson. Would we all know about like him
You
as well?
guys did. So it's been a little while in real life time since we went through it. But during the voyage to Kata, right after a whole bunch of Shinzo Z stuff, I think it was Jeet as well as the Bard was able to kind of do a little bit of research upon Sandric Sanda's son. Basically, rough information. He was Kata's, the former, not just protector of Kata, but he lived in Kata his whole life. But he is known as Kazuya's greatest hero. He's the son of Sanda. He has pretty much dedicated his life to not just protecting Fessia, but kind of protecting the world and trying to do great heroic deeds to live up to his father's name. Jeet also uncovered that he was the champion of the Stormfist school, so basically their best disciple who's learned their fighting style. But you also learn too that while he'd been a fierce foe of Shinzo Z. His wife died, and you guys didn't get, I don't think, any information on how his wife died. But wife died 6 years ago, and then he has not been seen since.
I think in the very back of his mind, Jeet hopes that he will be for Nar the same kind of symbol that Sandric is for Sanda. But he never thinks about that consciously because that's too much burden.
Perfect. You guys see this message kind of going across the field. Somebody roll me a d4. Perfect. You see the spirit of the kind of the overall war effort buoyed as chants of Sandric is back, kind of cut across the field. You see, even just for a moment longer, the alluvium leaves, kind of crosses the deck of the airship, where you see both bewildered and inspired soldiers. And with that too, you guys will get 3 additional rerolls for the war effort. For anyone who is, actually, everybody just roll me a d20 as well.
You said everybody?
Everybody.
All right.
Parents have like your hero point on that.
You said roll d8s, right? Because we all just roll d8s, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Is that everybody too?
Hold on. Now.
Okay. Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm really nervous about Sandric being back because either there's gotta be a consequence to that right there. Tegan, you scare me.
I wonder if it's something to do with maybe why was. I'm only saying this because this is something that happened in my D&D campaign, but maybe Y was doing something to prevent him from getting involved, but now that she's kind of out of the picture, he's free to interfere.
Yeah, my thought is like there's something that happened to his wife, and maybe he's avenging like whatever that happened has reared its ugly head, and he's maybe trying to avenge it. But yeah, there's concern. It's great he's here, but yeah, like why? That's the scary thing.
Perfect. You all see kind of just the awestruck and bewilderment of the crew before the alluvium once again goes blank. And then we're going to switch our focus from the leaders of the Gavels of Avasara. And you all see kind of as you march off the balancing act, the bears come hurtling in. Precisely, the phalanx moves. The red shirt arquebus line has their guns readied as you make your way onto this beach. And this beach has seen far better days. You can see the spots clearly where the barricade that had been erected around the beach had been smashed and burned. You see blood staining the sand, and other spots where it looks like almost cinders have burned or are still burning across the beach's face, and almost like a rain, this steady stream of ashes kind of falls upon you as the Gavel's troops make their way in. And we are going to get into a combat with the Gavel's troops as you all secure your section of the beachhead. So let me throw that up. Perfect. So you all see as you come across, you hear a howl lighter in tone than the Bruins, but still ferocious as you see a pack of wargs kind of come hurtling forward. You see a horde of ogres hefting their shields, and axes, and spears, kind of maneuvering towards the gap within the breach. And you see this ogre standing on his own with gleaming armor, just howling out commands to the wargs, the ogres, as he hangs back, kind of preparing for the battle itself. And then you even see a manticore. Quill kind of whipping back and forth on its tail, wings unfurled as it stalks across the sands. We are going to jump into combat. So with these, for those who have their troops, you all will command the troops. I forgot who is going to be doing Beshnet and who is going to be doing Varnuk for this battle. But otherwise, roll me initiative.
I also forgot.
Do you have a preference?
Not in particular. Beshnet. Give me Beshnet.
Okay. I was gonna say he looks very. Some of his abilities look commander-ish, so you might enjoy it. And I'm definitely in the mood to hit things with a barbarian, so I'll give Varnuk a try.
Do it.
All right, is everybody in?
Couple of
Music on to amp me up.
All right. You see the red arquebus line kind of being the first to be able to act and move. Burger, you are up. So you are commanding a troop on this side. With this, we are going to be utilizing some of the or all of the troop rules for kind of this command. One thing that we won't be doing for both this one as well as for once you all meet back up with the leaders of the Gavels and are commanding the actual troops themselves, troops will still have their full 3 actions if they are uncommanded. So typically, if they're uncommanded with utilizing the new skirmish rule set, they will just have 2. If they are uncommanded in this campaign, they will still have their full 3. So you guys have 3 for you guys, and as well as enemy troops, even if they are leaderless, will still have their full 3. With that, otherwise, you've got all of the actions that the troop has available to them. And what are you thinking? Oh, one other thing to call out as well. Troops are, fortunately, Founder doesn't do a good job of showing it. I should actually write a little note for all of them within there. But you have 3 phases or 3, I think phase is the word they use. But basically, when you hit a third of your health either way, your troop shrinks and goes smaller. And some of the times some of your abilities may slightly change.
I see. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous here.
We'll figure it out. Can I get an aura around Beshnet so I can see the size of the inspiring aura he has? What is it?
It should be up.
I don't see it.
I don't
It is
either.
60 feet though, so okay, that's fine. I don't. If we put a 60-foot aura on the screen, it's gonna be obnoxious. in the way.
Let's see here. I'm feeling like just getting some fire down here. So let me measure something out just to make certain. Was he just out of range, actually? Hold on. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of issues with my scroll roll. Yeah, he's out of range. So it's going to be these middle guys here. We're going to hit them with ready, aim.
Nice.
And then we'll use 2 actions for volley fire.
Perfect. And which one are you shooting at again?
Oh, sorry. These
Oh,
lads
don't worry,
right
don't worry.
here.
Perfect.
And it's an area attack, so I forget if that affects them a certain way or not. Damn, they succeed.
All right. It's still it's a basic save, so you still get half damage. So give us some damage. Yeah, you let off a flurry of bullets going through. You see some of the giants pierce through, but others just kind of hold their shield against the turret.
Heck yeah. And that will be the turn.
All right, Felix, you are up.
And there was no extra damage from it being an area, right? I think so.
Oh, actually, it should have done a little extra. I don't know why it didn't apply. Add 5 to that.
Yippee!
I will. I think I've taught the troop enough. Jeet has taught the troop enough that they will delay until right after they see enemy movement.
All right. Perfect. As you all kind of look across the battlefield, you hear Ostin's voice call out, and it goes, "Fight on, Gavels! We will support you all from the deck." As you kind of look back and see Ostin, Marcin, Elisa is also hanging back as well. Ostin at kind of the wheel of the deck. Elisa manning the harpoon cannon, and Marcin manning the ballista. So you guys will on each of your turns, you will have the option of firing one of these siege weapons. So they will take 2 turns to reload. So if you fired one now, the next one, you'd have to wait another turn afterwards for the reload to be up. Or you can even fire both of them. So you can only fire them one per turn. But which do you want to fire? Do you want to fit with? And luckily, they've got very good ranges, so they're able to hit across the battlefield.
I can't remember the exact damage and stats and stuff of different things. Is there any? Do any of you remember that maybe it's reflex saves for both of the guns, right?
It's in vehicle. Yeah.
Ballista has an extra die of
Oh, yeah.
damage versus the harpoon cannon.
Okay.
Trying to see. The harpoon cannon would be good if we wanted to restrain somebody, but if we're just going for damage, the ballista seems like a better option.
Okay.
Yeah, against the big horse, let's go for the ballista.
All right, you guys are launching the ballista. Who are you shooting at?
Oh, sorry, I was just posting these so you could see them. That's kind of our 2 options right now, right?
That's right.
Yeah, let's keep going on.
Whose turn is it?
It's-
Sorry, Tegan. Can we? Is it just like a
Oh,
free?
this is a team turn. Yeah.
Oh,
Is this the first time the environmental effect is on our side?
I know. I was like, this is crazy, dude. I love it.
Yeah, I vote for the ogre horde in the middle.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Okay.
He will fail. To give you some
Nice.
piercing damage.
Sick. Yeah, Andrew, if you want to take the damage as well.
Is this for the ballista?
Yeah.
Nice.
Sick.
Yeah, you see the ogre horde, like with one of the ballista bolts ripping through three of their soldiers. You see them fall crashing to the ground. Others injured and bloodied as an explosion goes off. But you do see the horde itself begins to shrink as its members begin to hit the ground and die. But that's the ballista has gone. The ogre horde is up. You hear the commander bark out, "Yeah, get into formation, you louts!" And you see they are going to raise their shields and are going to start walking closer. That's go. I can give for their turn. Phalanx.
Perfect.
Were you going after them, Phalanx, or were you going?
Yeah, let's go after them. So, any difficult terrain here I need to worry about?
No, none there.
Okay. Then, first action, raise shields. Second action. What was there? Raise shield button. Let me check. Shields up. Just as shields up. I'll find the effect and I'll put it. So then I will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one diagonal, and that should get me within range of spears out 10-foot emanation. Yeah, right. So let's do one action version. Basic reflex save for this much damage.
Hey, you'll fail.
Right. This is also area damage, so there. Yeah, there's. That's
Perfect. You
our
see
turn.
the spears chewing through the ogres as more and more of them start to fall in their advance.
Tegan, what size are the ogres now? Are they medium?
They are huge.
You know what? I'm just gonna help. The bears. You've got this organization. The guns coming out and firing, and the phalanx like, oh, and then they're moving forward in unison, and then one of these bears just starts charging, and then the rest begin charging. So I'm gonna use one action to move close to these guys, and then I'm going to use my next two actions to do a savage mauling.
Perfect.
Sounds
Are you
crazy.
close enough?
Why not?
If you've got enough, another 5 feet, that'd be perfect. Because the phalanx gets reach with their spears, so they can be a little bit further away. I think I'm pretty sure the bears have to be within 5 feet.
Okay. Yeah. I have 35 feet of movement, so I think I'm good.
Perfect.
And then, yeah, I will do savage mauling. I'll use that for 2 actions.
You'll fail.
Nice.
Did that correctly.
How does that look as your bear is at least the horde's barely holding on, but how does that look as the bear? Oh, did you go with your bear drink too?
Oh yeah,
Nice.
I just am gonna have one because it's 9%.
Fair.
But yeah. So like all this organization is happening, and then like one of the bears sees like a blast happen, an attack happen, and then they just start charging, and then just mauling at these ogres all in unison, ferociously and unorganized.
see a wave of bears attacking and just mauling through this ogre, or the remnants of this ogre horde. And you see with that, the wolves are up. But they are far away. Yeah, you see these wolves seeing these, the wargs seeing the bears upon their territory. You see them dashing in, having to spend 2 of their actions just to move. But once they get into range, you see the packs. Although the bears may hunt disorganized, the wargs, they've hunted together forever. You see them kind of going through, some leaping in, some leaping out as they attack the hordes of the Bruins. Give me a reflex saving throw.
Okay, let me figure out how to on this sheet.
Oh, it's in the chat. You go to pack hunt and it's basically all it's. Yeah.
Oh, it looks like I rolled it for Belric.
Oh, to go for Barrett?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it was Barrett. So what's the modifier? So it's 16.
It's a plus 15, I think, on my.
So plus 15, so that'd be 16. That'd be 31,
Minus
which is still a crit
31.
success. That's still a crit success. So how do the bears fight off these wargs?
I mean, they're coming in and out real quick, and they're just so small, and they're just kind of swatting them away, and just they're trying to maneuver between their legs, and they're just shutting their legs and just not letting them have any advantages.
Nice.
I'm just thinking of the last matchup between the bear and the dog that comes to mind, and I can only think of Old Yeller.
Oof.
I mean, the wargs are not faring much better, but they are still herring through. We get Beshnik, standard bearer of the gavels.
Wow.
Ryan, what's Beshnik doing?
All right, Bashnit is gonna put the banner straight up in the air, wave it around in a circle, and just stay in the fight. I'm gonna use stay in the. Hold on, there's no button for it. I don't think to cause it to show up in the. Wait, there we go. Hey, everybody gets 10 temporary hit points around. How does that affect troops? Is it just each the troop gets 10 temporary hit points?
Or each troop gets, 10.
Yeah, okay, cool. And then for the final action, I suppose he should start moving so that he can stay with everybody, but he doesn't want to go far. So he's going to go just a few feet, maybe like this. And that'll be the end of Bestit's turn. He's just shouting as he runs, "Stay in the fight!"
Perfect. As Beshnik charges into the fray, you see the Manticore at the edge of the battle begin to kind of start making its presence known. It is going to fly 80 feet closer. Oh, 80 feet gets a lot further than I thought it would. Alright, it is going to fly actually 70 feet closer. And it's going to... Yeah, it's seeing those bears start just dismantling things. You see it begin to hurl spikes. One targeting the bears and one targeting the phalanx. So the bears first, you see one spike go hurtling into the swarm of bears. And then you see the second kind of sent arcing off towards the phalanx. I think both will miss. Well, the first one will hit. Okay, both will hit, actually. So the first damage to Bear, and the second the Phalanx.
Okay.
If you haven't, don't forget to
think-
put your temporary HP
No,
into
wait.
it.
Never mind. It hits. It just hits. Shields up gives me +3 AC against ranged attacks, but I think that's still just enough.
Oh, that is just enough. Yeah. Oh, all right. Yeah. So you see those spikes hurtling through as the Manticore gets itself closer into the fray. I think you guys are too big for it to pin you down, so the second portion of its attack doesn't matter. The ogre boss is up. Yeah, you see the boss kind of just starting to look around, and you hear him grunt with this heavy, just accented and just diabolical voice. He goes, "You will not die here today, ogres. Before you fall, I want you to bring me the hide of one of those bears, and I will eat the meat off the shield of one of those infidels. Fight for our home. Fight for Tashia. Fight for what was ours." And he is going to give Bellowing Command, which gives everyone that can hear him, which is everybody, quickened until the end of the ally's next turn. And that he is going to get a bit closer, but he is far slower than his other compatriots, so he's going to move twice. Varnak, you're up.
Alright, after Beshnit shouts, "Stay in the fight," he turns and says, "I'm trying, but everybody's so fast!" And we'll spend 2 actions to run up to the ogres and then attack them with his spear.
Nice. I think that may be... Yeah. How does he take down the last of this horde?
So he charges in there, and he jumps up, and like one of the failing soldiers has their shield raised. He jumps off of the shield and then brings the spear down, impaling it through 2 of the ogres that are left.
Perfect. Oh, I don't know why it has the Red Archivist line in there twice. We'll get rid of that one. Why the Bruins of Vessia twice? Perfect. Top of the order, Red Archivist, you're up.
All right. We are going to be doing some more shooting.
Yeah.
Sticking close by to the whole shield line here, they are going to turn their attention to the rapidly approaching Manticore.
Perfect.
You know, I said that out loud. Like, in my mind, it makes sense for the gun line to turn to them, but at the same time, the value from, like, getting area attacks off on big old groups.
What would the gun line? I guess Crash train the gun line. What was the gun line do? What would his wisdom be for them?
As cool as it would be to go after the big scary monster, I feel as though Crash would genuinely be more tactical in this case. And right now, one of the biggest advantages we have is we have a group of bears on our side. And bears are really terrifying, and right now they're being distracted by just some wargs. So get some nice shots off on those wargs to keep the bears going.
All right.
Can this group actually get a shot off on the wargs right now? Because with how it's worded, it's something. The volley is a 10-foot burst within 120 feet. Would there being allies in the way change that at all? Would that mess that up?
As long as it's within 120 feet, you're able to take the shot.
Heck yeah. In that case, we're gonna go with the simple, ready, aim. And volley, fire. 2 actions.
Perfect.
Actually, I have a question about something. There's something called aim, volley, fire, which seems to be something very similar, but has different damages. And, well, it says to 3 actions. It doesn't have anything for the 3 actions.
Yeah, I think it's volley fire is the right way to do it because it has the aim DC in there too.
Yeah. Alright, so in this case, let's see that save and I'll get that damage.
Alright. They'll fail.
Heck yeah. So that's the full damage, and if they're weak to anything ranged, a cacophony, a symphony of gunfire, muskets made by Crash himself, with men taught by Crash himself.
Perfect. You see the guns kind of echoing out across the battlefield as wargs begin to drop from their horde. Alright. The balancing act is up. You fired your fired you guys can fire.
Oh, we're losing you.
What's that?
Oh, you're back.
Oh, that cut out?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
going
it's
on.
been weird the last few days. But yeah, so you guys have the balancing act's turn again. You've used the ballista, so we'll be reloading the next 2 turns, but you do have the harpoon or the harpoon.
They take a couple of turns. There's no reason, I guess, not to use them as soon as possible, right? So might as well fire the other one now, because it takes time to reload. So the earlier we fire it, the earlier we can shoot it again.
We could shoot at the wargs for some extra damage, or we can aim at the manticore and try to harpoon it so that it can't like fly away.
Yeah, I like that.
Nice.
I like that option.
And both the harpoon and the cannon are single target, so that they wouldn't give you any area.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Even though there are reflex. Oh, it's area damage, not. For some reason, I was thinking reflexes. So yeah.
Yeah. Manticore.
Get that thing out of the sky.
All right.
Nice. Okay.
You'll
all right.
see, but it still takes half damage. Oh, and one cool thing I found as I was reading the. Nice. That was a good roll. Too bad it was half damage. I mean, half damage is still really nice, for sure. One cool thing, though, that I was reading Battle Cry that I didn't realize is when you guys are on the balancing act, if one of you all uses the harpoon or the thing, it uses your class DC for the reflex save.
Ah, didn't know that.
Nice. Oh,
So
I'm
the
glad
nice
they
thing is you
added
can start like a
scaling.
troop, or one of these guys use it, and they can still just use the object DC. But if you guys want to use it against something like Meteor, it'll have a better chance of failing. Yeah, you see that harpoon come flying out, sticking into the manticore's flesh, but it is still persisting. With that, the phalanx is up.
Okay, part of the phalanx starts pointing towards the manticore and start aiming there, and they almost start to lose discipline, but then the rest of them remember their training and just go to reinforce their comrade over here. I think with 2 movement, I should be able to get to. I am able to get to there, and then from there we will jab at the wolves. So 2 actions and then 1 action to spear for the minimum damage.
Nice. Alright, so that's 10 feet. Does that get this? Oh no, it's just a little bit too far for the other guy. Okay, so it's just the wolves.
I didn't even try. I didn't even calculate. Ooh, all right.
You
Wait,
crit fail that though.
wait, that's the Bruins.
Oh, is that the Bruins? Did I click the wrong thing? I did.
I mean, it's still a natural one.
Still not 1. And the reflex is higher, but still a 1, so that bumps that down to still a crit fail. So they will take
Nice.
that full 16. So why do we keep doing the Bruins effects yet? Oh, that's why I don't have my targeter thing selected. There we go.
Right, that's it.
Perfect. All right. Bruins, you are up.
My devastating roar can target up to 4 creatures. Can it target all the wolves?
You if you wanted to use it just on the wolves, you could definitely get the full troop in there.
With one action?
Yeah, for one action.
Okay. Alright, that's how I'm going to start my turn is after these guys try cutting in and out, they fail at that. The phalanx attack them, and then we just let out this devastating and loud roar toward them. Yeesh.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Well,
You see fear in the eyes of the wargs, some panting, as well as kind of slight whines as the Bruins let out their fierce roar.
all right. Then I'm going to do a 2-action Savage Mauling on them,
All right.
which would be it'll require a reflex save of 24 from them.
Solid damage. All right. They will fail. So they will take that full. You see, oops, I forgot to shrink them. That's my one complaint. Is not the Foundry support's not baked in inherently for some of the troop stuff, but you do see the as like the Bruins start to slash at them, the troops start to shrink. Some of the wargs starting to collapse to the ground, succumbing to their wounds, and the pack itself getting smaller.
Nice. My turn.
All right.
I think maybe the Frightened would, in this case, not apply because they're a group and it's a single target ability.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it would apply natively, but with doing up to 4, I thought 4 would be fair enough to give it to a troop. If you use all 4 of them on there.
Makes sense.
Alright, the warg is up. It's gonna go off. Oh, it's got 2 of you guys. Oh no, let's move over. So it's gonna move over 1. And you see this warg pack going down, just fully embracing kind of the pack hunk. And everybody give me a reflex saving throw for the Phalanx and the Bruins. Nice. Perfect. So you each will take. The Phalanx will take no damage, and the Bruins will take half damage. As these wargs tear into them. And Beshnit, Standard Bearer, you are up.
All right. Beshnit is going to continue shouting out marching orders and is going to just shout, "Advance!" And I'm going to use Signal the Advance. So everybody can take a stride, a step, or stand.
Right now?
Yep, right now. It's using your reaction. I don't know if any of you have a valuable reaction you're saving, but
I can probably finish these wargs, or, well, I don't know. Does a stride mean we could move just 1 tile, or 30, like our speed?
up
Your
to
speed.
yeah.
Holy cow.
You could move 1, or you could move up to 30. It could also be a step if you're worried about reaction attacks. If you want it to be.
I'm gonna...
There we go.
Sorry.
15 feet.
Dope. Wait, why did Beshnit take 5 damage? What did I do?
Yeah, I was wondering where that came from.
Is that me, maybe?
Beshnet yelling so loud he
Actually,
hurts
taking
his
damage,
throat.
yeah.
That must have been me. Yeah, I should have put that on the bears. I don't know why that targeted you. Why is it?
That's right. Yeah.
It's 11.
Oh, because I remember they have the area of, for 11 did 13? That's weird.
Halving 11.
Oh, yeah, you have to. That makes more sense. Because you
Why
got
is
the area of effect thing. I think the Bruins have a slightly higher area of effect damage. Yeah, they do have the AB.
Oh, I should get 13 damage on a...
Yeah, 13's right, because it's 5 plus 13, or plus 8.
Okay.
Okay. And then for the final action for Beshnet, I noticed that in his inventory he has a sling equipped, but it is not appearing in the under the attacks section for me to use. Is there something missing that he needs to be able to do that?
Fortunately, with his standard, he wouldn't be able to hold the sling.
Okay, never mind then. So then for the last action, he's feeling a little exposed now. So he is going to try to stick close to everybody and use the last action to just try to run up, try to keep up with everybody. And his speed is 25. So he's going to run over here. Yeah. And that's Beshnet's turn.
Perfect. You see the manticore howling out from its the wound it took from the harpoon, but is going to lash out at Varnuk. He is going to see if he can do outside of that. Yeah, you hear it is going to howl out at you, Varnuk, trying to just demoralize you with just its ferocious roar. Let's see. It is going to fail. Varnuk, you hear it roaring at you, but are completely unfazed by this manticore's vehemence. It is going to then try to bite you and then slash you with its claws. So hit and a miss. So it rakes across a claw or bites into you, drawing blood, but you're able to luckily dodge the claws.
Bruins took the damage.
Alright, the ogres are up. Yeah, the ogre's gonna pick on the Bruins. You see as these bears come charging through, this ogre brandish this wicked looking hook, and it is going to, yeah, it's just gonna unleash. You see it swing the hook through, trying to cut through a bear with each swing. Kind of goes front hand, backhand. He doesn't have anything cool for his third action, so he's gonna go for broke.
Oh no!
Oof.
All
So
three.
he is
And a crit?
going after the Bruins pretty viciously as he's slashing in. So 2 hits and a crit. Oh, oops, that is not supposed to be a crit. Ignore that one. So 19, 13, and 36 damage. How are the Bruins looking?
Ruins are at half health. I'd imagine their size may go down here.
They are. And so you see he is laughing as he is dropping bear after bear after bear and going through. And you see him yell after he goes, "You see, you feckless wargs and manticores, that's how you do it! Back in the fight!" Varnuk, you are up.
So after getting roared at by this manticore and some like spittle flying across his face, he's gonna roar right back and try to demoralize the manticore.
Is Varnuk already raging?
Yeah, he has the ability to rage when he rolls initiative.
Oh, cool.
Not a great roll.
Unfortunately, manticore is unfazed.
All right, 2 spear attacks.
the Manticore is looking rough. You see it is bleeding from multiple wounds. It's swaying upon its feet. Arcus, you're up. You there, Burger?
I'm here. I'm just thinking.
If you offer to help Varnuk, he would refuse.
I'd say the Manticore, the Wargs are all looking in pretty rough shape. The Ogre Boss has not been touched yet.
Screw it. The firing line here. The red equip.
Arquebus?
The red. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, Arquebus. Or you can change the red firing line, too, if you prefer.
Arquebus. I'm just struggling here. They're going to go after the wargs still, trying to take those out because they see the runes starting to hurt. They want to make sure that the bears fighting for the gavels don't die. That would be bad. A, bad for morale. B, Kress has good rapport with Belric, so he's likely talked very good about Bear. Not to mention, Crash also wears his brother's pelt upon his shoulder, so I think he'd instill a love for the Bruins for the firing line here, so they're gonna pop off, and we're going to gamble. Rather than ready aim, we're going straight for 3 actions.
Alright. Post the DC 4v2.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No worries.
I just hit the damage button.
Just succeed by 1, unfortunately, but we'll take half that damage. They are looking rough.
Is that including the weakness damage there?
It didn't include it, but I'll add that in, but they are still up.
Did the frighten? I'm assuming I got a point.
Meet it would beat it. Unfortunately. Shoot. Yeah, that's gonna be my gamble did not pay off, but that's going to be my turn.
It helps. Every bit helps.
Every bit helps. You hear from kind of across the balancing act, Mercen hollow out. The Ballista will be ready the next turn. And the Phalanx is up.
Okay, they lower their shields and do an all-out goading attack, trying to draw attention to themselves. So it's gonna hit both of the enemies.
Nice.
Let's just do. Yeah, the advance was really great. It's out for damage. All right, we'll take it.
Whoa.
I think that maybe. Yeah. How do the Phalanx put down the War Horde?
Yeah, they see that the wargs are getting ready to pounce on the wolves again, and just as the wargs start rushing up, the Phalanx starts interposing themselves and just start getting the wolves to use their own momentum to hurl themselves onto the spear tip. And when that happens to the first 5 wolves, the remaining just flee.
You see the bodies of wolves littering the sand, with the others turning tail and fleeing from the battle. A lowful mourn howl kind of echoing out. But with that, the Bruins are up.
Is this Ogre King? Is he large?
I think he's just large, yeah.
Sounds good to me. I am going to After the phalanx take them down, all the bear's attention are going to go towards him, and they're going to let out like this cohesive roar to try and demoralize him.
Uh, 27. That'll succeed. He's just frightened one.
Okay, and then from there, they're going to use their last 2 actions to Savage Maul.
Can you get up to 4 creatures with the roar?
With demoralized range,
Oh.
I don't think he's close enough to get the Manticore.
Gotcha.
Oh, the Frightened did something.
Yeah, he failed by 1. Yeah.
I'm used to just being DPS where I just shoot arrows at everyone, so it's cool to see like an effect make an impact.
He is looking. He's not bloodied yet, but he is getting beat up between spears, shoving into him, the Bruins clawing, roaring, and biting through. Both of his troops are down. Definitely a little bit of a rough story for this guy. But we go back to Beshnit, standard bearer of the gallows.
Stay in the fight! Stay in the fight! Chanting. I didn't see a limit on how often I can use this, as far as I can tell, so I think I can just use this again and refresh everybody's temp hits.
What's the range on it?
60 feet.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. That's good.
yeah, but there's no limit on that one.
Sweet.
The only thing is you can't stack temp HP, so we basically
Yeah.
you get it again, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But I can at least make sure that everybody keeps that part up at least. And then with the final action, I think. Hold on, how far away is this thing? 25 feet away from me. Why not? Beshnit is going to try to demoralize the Chimera by just pointing the standard at it and just saying, "Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it!"
I don't think does Beshnit have intimidation?
I don't think he does. Probably not. Hold on. Maybe. Hold on. Where would I see that? That is going to be here. No. I think it's not. So, actually, maybe I shouldn't. But
If you're brave enough to get into melee with a Manticore on my turn, I can move into flanking, and that'll give me a bonus on my attacks.
you know what? Sure. Beshnit's going to rush up and he's charging with the standard out, trying to like point it like a spear, like ah!
He does have a spear. It is on a spear. the
Yes,
standard.
yes. It's just a
I think it's-
particularly long spear. All right, but that's Beshnit's turn.
All right. The Manticore is up. Oh, what's he about to do? He is going to launch a spike volley at Varnuk and Beshnit. Counts as only one strike for the multi-attack ability. Alright, so he's going to launch that Varnuk first. And then Beshnit. So you see it whip its tail around and spikes begin hurling out. I don't feel like I'm clicking Varnuk, so we'll just do that again. But this one's for Beshnit. I don't think a 17 will hit a Beshnit either. So yeah, you see Beshnit dodge underneath the spike as it comes hurtling towards him. But Varnuk is struck for 6 damage as that spike goes through. And then the Manticore is just going to continue its vicious assault, just lashing left and right with its claws. For another 9 damage to Varnuk. You see the ogre boss is reeling, being attacked from both sides, dealing with both the phalanx as well as the Bruins. But this time, as that spear thrust went through, he's going to focus up upon the Bruins. You see him kind of spinning his hook, and he's going to lash out twice. Actually, no, he's going to lash out 3 times. He doesn't have anything cool with his third action. Now that all of his troops have been hasted but dead, so he's going to let it go. Oh, did he crit on his last? Oh, it's a true crit too. All right. Yeah, so he is just slashing in his hook, darting around the risen shields, bringing down some of the soldiers around him. Oh, not too bad. Damn, especially the crit one, that could have been a lot worse. As he spins that hook, dealing, I think, a total of 49, around 70 or so damage with his assault against the phalanx. And you hear him just huffing and puffing, and he goes, "Manticore, we need to end this now or pull back," as he looks to the beast. And Varnock, you are up.
So he turns to the Manticore and says, "Pay attention to the annoying rat frog," and then we'll go 5.
Rat frog.
One action stride over there, and then we'll make 2 attacks with the spear.
Nice.
What is Varnock? Is he class? Is he?
He's a barbarian. So mostly just does all the damage. That plus 11 is.
Finish the Manticore.
Yeah.
So he says, "Pay attention to the rat frog," and then starts running around, and the Manticore's like turning back and forth, trying to figure out which foe to attack, and decides Beshnit's the easier target and raises a paw that's almost as big as Beshnit, and then Varnock stabs the first spear point through the back of the paw, yanks it down, which pulls the Manticore's head back around to him. He says, "You should have paid attention to me," and stabs it through the head.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't know why I got rid of these guys. Perfect. So that's Varnock. Archivist line. You are up. What to think of Burger?
I want to gamble, but at the same time, it really, really hurt me when the works passed by 1 last time, and the DC would have changed it. So, I think we're just gonna go for the Manticore here.
Oh, Manticore's dead. Oops, I forgot to.
Manticore's dead?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. Okay. In that case, sorry, my brain just went blank. This man right here, the ogre. I want you to know I resisted making the joke of it's so, for him it's so ogre. I had to hold back for a moment.
Did you resist it?
I resisted, but then I said it. But I resisted saying it with my whole body, my whole soul, my whole being.
He did resist it and then stopped resisting.
Yeah, I couldn't resist forever. It's
And he'll fail.
heck yeah! All right. Likely no weakness to it, but a whole firing line straight into him for 17.
perfect. You see chunks of his flesh getting blown off by the firing line. Oh yeah, you guys have your harpoon, or not your harpoon? You've got your ballista. If you'd like to fire.
Yeah.
Get ballasted.
Uh,
I'm pulling up the dang character sheet for it.
Nice. You will crit fail, and I think that's due to the frightened. It is due to the frightened. It is.
yeah.
So give me 7d12, and this will be double.
All right, I'm gonna roll it.
Yes. Yeah.
108
Sure,
damage.
bud.
Yeah, that isn't. How does this ballista just obliterate this guy?
Who's firing the ballista from the ship? Do we remember who?
I can't remember if I said Marcin or Elisa, but one of those two.
I want it to be Elisa.
Elisa is firing.
I like it. Yeah. So Elisa takes aim, and through all this chaos, and this guy's continuing to cheer things on, like, "Hey, keep doing this, keep doing that." Just out of nowhere, you see him continuing to, like he's starting to get a little bit scared, but just an arrow comes out of nowhere, and not even in his peripheral, and just goes right through his chest, and then moves him back, and he's just on the ground and out of all of our vision.
I imagine there's like this squadron of bears all roaring at him, terrifying him, and just you can't even see the ship at all. There's so many bears, and just from the center of them, bliss materializes.
I love it.
You see, for just a brief moment, this section of the battlefield is quiet as you look around and see the impaled corpse of the ogre boss, the remnants of the manticore. You see that you've secured this section of the beach. The Gavel's troops have emerged victorious in their first engagement as they are trying to keep the effort moving, keep taking inch by inch the Cotton Beach as you try to reclaim the nation. With that, we are going to take a quick 5-minute break, and then we are going to link back up with link the Gavels up with the leaders of the Gavels, and see how the push overall went for the kind of the Cotton combined forces, and then figure out what the potentially last thing the leaders of the Gavels will be partaking in to hopefully seal the deal on retaking the speech. So yeah, everybody come back. We'll just say 9-10 to keep it easy, and then we'll get in the last part of this adventure. Sweet, we are offline. Welcome back, everyone, to part 2 of session 12. The Gavel troops have just emerged victorious on the beaches of Kata, helping to claim another stretch of the beach, pushing back and eliminating, in most cases, the forces of Taish who tried to hold against them. Now we're going to pivot back, maneuvering away from the troops to the main forces of the Gavels, as you guys have had a chance to patch your wounds, get some rest, monitor how the rest of the battlefield has been going from kind of your perch above one of the Cotton ship's decks. With that, though, you do see well, actually, no, we'll resolve that before we kind of figure out what the Gavels are doing next. So you guys have been watching through. You've probably heard word that at least the Gavels themselves have proved victorious in their section. But let's see how the rest of the Cotton forces are doing in their drive to claim this beachhead. See how they are the losses, the morale, everything is stacking up in the desperate push to claim the beach. So this will be another kind of opposed role for the war forces. You guys have, I believe, 5 re-rolls for this as well. Is there any fancy way you guys want to divide your 12 die?
No.
I thought we had 2 rerolls. Am I wrong?
We got 3 more, thanks to Ryan.
Oh, that's right. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Thanks to. Did you say thanks to Ryan?
Yeah,
You
you rolled
rolled.
a 3 on
Yeah.
D4.
Oh, that. I was like, wait, what did I do?
Oh, wow.
It was Sanderson who did that.
Yes. Oh, I love this roll.
You roll
This is
4
amazing.
ones, so that's -4 to start. That's -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So it's a +3. So that's like pretty much nothing but hits and ones. But that could have been a +7. That is now down to a +3.
I will roll my, what is it, 3D? 2D10?
Because you guys have 12d10. There's 5 of you, so you guys each get. You guys can divide it up however you like. If you want to have one person roll it all, or divide it up on that side. But if you did divide, you at least get 2, and then 2 people would get.
Yeah, I'll roll my 2D10. How many ones
I
can I
just-
possibly roll?
I just want to bring up Sondrick. Fuck them up for them to have that many ones. Oh, screw!
Or one.
I can.
Or one.
My streak of rolling at least 1-1 continues.
I assume you probably want to use one reroll on that.
I will.
Yeah.
Yes, I will reroll that.
There we
Oh,
go.
thank you.
Hell yeah!
Those 10
I'll
tens
roll
count as
again.
2, right?
They do.
All right.
I'll go
You
in
guys just
it.
need 2 more. Okay.
I said we save the root rolls for the ones. Who's next?
So that's 4,
3. All right.
7. You can roll 3 Wisteria.
All right. Hey.
There we go. 2 double 10s and a 7.
Ten?
Nice. That buffs it up to 4, 5, 8. That's that. So that's another. Hold on, let me. Because we got 10 to start with. We got another success there, so that's 3. 2 10s, that's 4 plus 5, so that is 8. Plus another success, that is 9 versus the 4. So that you guys would win by 2 degrees on that side. I assume you're probably not re-rolling anything else on this one. Perfect.
No, I'd say that's really solid right there.
That game, I mean, you guys rolled high, especially Chris's double 10s and a 7, that pure success on that one, pushing you guys in there. But you all, as you get a chance to kind of recoup from your kind of your daring deeds, as you took the hardest beachhead to take, and you get to look through the alluvion as you get updates from various squads going through, you see Sondrick's return has emboldened the Cottons. They are fighting ferociously. You see them using their numbers, using their wits, using their tactics, the training that has been beaten into them by the Baron, yourselves, as they've prepared these endless months to go back home. They're using it to the greatest effect as they are swarming these giants, these beasts, toppling them, pushing forward, fighting regardless of the odds, and taking the Cotton beaches inch by inch. With this too, since you guys won by 2 degrees of success on this one, the giant forces are going to lose a quarter of their strength, bringing them down from 13d10 down to 12.75. Nice thing with that too is it's going to equalize the dice going forward, so that you all will be rolling at an equal advantage as the cotton or the Taish deaths have begun to mount. Their soldiers beginning to lose steam and starting to falter against this
Nice.
wave of cotton aggression.
Yeah. All we needed was for Sondrick to show up.
How with that you all see kind of this all going through on the alluvion. You could even see outside the kind of the on the port of the boat. See kind of the marching soldiers of the gavels starting to make their way across the beach to rejoin their commanders. What's how's the crew doing? What's the crew thinking so far?
Ever
The
forward.
crew that's on the ship right now?
What's that?
The crew that's on the ship, yeah.
Oh yeah, so the leaders of the gavels. You guys can see your soldiers coming towards you. The troops, Beshnit and Varna, kind of moving their way across to meet up with you all. But right now, just the leaders.
Proud, pretty much. Proud of the way they're performing.
Yeah,
Crouch.
Belric's.
Oh, second.
Sorry, I'll go real quick. Belric started off like pretty shell shocked, and even like afterwards, like after hearing Crash being like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like he's starting to feel like between Sandison and the battle that the Bears just won. He's starting to feel like, all right, like he's starting to get a little amped up, like he's ready to go. Like, all right, what's next is kind of how Belric's feeling for the first time during this entire war.
Perfect. Well, you all, as you start to ponder what's next, you see sweeping down from the sky upon a griffin, kind of wearing the blue of a Cinta. You see King Andreas kind of come through and then kind of do a dismount upon the deck. You see, and King Andreas, he looks almost like a person typically out of a recruiting ad. He is well built, typically has a very flowing cape, shining armor. But now his armor still has some shine to it, but is definitely dirty both by blood, grime, and just the refuse of battle. His cape is torn in multiple spots, but you see he has a almost beaming smile upon his face. And he goes, "Gavels, hey! You all said you would take the hardest beachhead, and you did it. It is not quite time for us to celebrate and have drinks and give our honor to Kosir, but we are nearly there. How fare you?"
We are faring quite well over here on our end. It's just now time to sort of push our advantage, really solidify what we've begun.
Yeah, you stole the words right out of my mouth, Will. That is right. When you put an enemy on their back, you do not let them get up. You keep pressing. You jam your spear down, nail them to the ground, and let Sanda watch them struggle. And that is what we will do here today. Well,
Speaking of Sanda,
go ahead.
speaking of Sanda, his son has returned.
Miracles upon blessings upon blessings. Sondrick is back, wrestling beast as he should be. Hopefully, he will join us for a cup. But either way, he has brought glory and brought reinvigorated spirit to what will be a day that will be marked in history. The day we take my brother-in-law's home back. It is a good day.
And Crash will do a little pound to his chest to kind of show his support right there.
Usually I have to get that type of clang when I hit my armor. You can just do that anytime. That's Metal One, that is a good thing for you.
Sorry, that made me giggle. Crash would give a respectful nod, not really add anything after that, but that made me giggle.
You see, he goes through and he kind of pauses for a moment. He goes, "Oh well. We must get back to the business of war." And you see, he pulls out a map and kind of like gestures for you to gather around. He goes, "Scouts have reported 2 disturbances." He points towards the kind of the northern area of Kata or of Kanda, kind of above. And actually, I'll throw up the map for you guys so you guys can see. You see, he kind of points to this area above here, kind of the northern gap between the former city of Kanda and the Asuvian forest. And he goes, "Scouts have reported that there is a reinforcement group heading towards the battlefield here. They are marching through the Asuvian passage and should be here within an hour or 2. We don't want them to arrive on the beachhead. We're hoping to send a force to meet them, hopefully pick them off and harry them along the edges to make sure that they cannot join the effort on Kanda and allow our troops more time to secure the ruins, secure this beach, and be prepared." That is we'll call that something that needs to be done, but it's more of a moderate threat. They be ferocious, they will be deadly if they join their peers, but if we can pick them off with a skilled group of heroes, it won't be too bad for our forces. You see, he grows a little bit more serious, though, and you see him point towards the center of Kanda. On the other hand, we've also heard word that they've secured the inner camp, and our mages have started to report strange emanations of magic. They believe they are conducting a ritual. What we've been able to suss out so far is whatever this ritual may be, it has elements of 3 divine and a spirit. The 3 divine we've picked up are Hera, goddess of nature, Wai, goddess of the water and the sea, and remnants of Ise, god of life. They are doing something with this ritual, but we've not been able to determine what, and their forces have been packed. They are keeping a hard defensive perimeter around it, and so far we've not been able to push any of our troops past them. This would be our more severe threat. This would be something that, well, I know we've already asked much of you. This could be the tipping point for the day. He goes, "The choice is yours. As I said, the Baron said that you are not to be commanded. Your wisdom and your own senses are to be heeded. But I will answer any questions I can."
Where is
in her studies, has Asteria ever come across anything that might ring a bell about a ritual involving those 3 gods? Or
you'd never have come across a ritual involving kind of all 3 together. You'd probably need to see more about what they're actually doing to kind of get what the ritual may be kind of hoping to accomplish. But there's definitely nothing written with those 3 gods in particular working in concert. Hera and her father, Issei, definitely, but not all 3. And somebody else was saying something too, but I couldn't hear what it was.
Utkarsh was trying to say something, but it seems like Chris and Utkarsh couldn't hear each other, and so they were both talking at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't been able to hear Utkarsh since the break, and I've tried refreshing like that a bunch of times. I'm not sure. Oh, okay, I can see you now.
Okay. We must have been talking over each other.
What were you saying? I could hear what you said, Ukarsh.
Where is the ritual happening? Do we know what kind of terrain?
So you would know that pretty much fairly like even terrain. It's happening kind of in the depths of the war camps of the giants within the ruins. So you'd expect kind of like similar grassy terrains where you see other areas past the beach and within the giant fortifications.
All right, and I just want to clarify to understand: is one of them an optional objective on the way to the other, or are we choosing which one of these we will be doing?
Choosing which they're on separate sides of each other.
Okay.
So you're choosing which one you were doing, and also to give you a bit of the war mechanics to this piece as well. With the stopping the reinforcements, that is a flat, nothing gained, nothing lost. Going after the ritual could potentially take down an eighth of the giant's forces if you are able to successfully do so. In game terms, though, the ritual will be far more challenging of a fight.
Yeah. G is, well, yeah, you'll say, this ritual concerns me. The physical attack that we take, we can try and bear the brunt of it. Other parties can even lure them, or these are regular tactics. At least whatever is happening with the magic could be unusual and may lower the morale that has just been raised with the news with Sondric.
I agree that is true, but do keep in mind, I don't know how the rest of y'all are doing. I'm running out of steam, to be honest with you. So the more I'm not completely opposed to doing the more challenging thing, but it's something to keep in mind. I'm not going to be able to heal y'all the same way I was doing in the last fight.
Crash does not say his opinion. He merely brings out his biggest gun, the dwarven large bore scatter gun, and he has to use his whole body for the break action to pop it open and load a shell the size of his fist into it before clicking it back and just looking at the party. I think you can guess his vote.
See, I was like, we need to stop doing the hardest thing, y'all, all the time. But stopping a ritual does sound cooler.
Yeah.
As this discussion is happening, G will slowly just slide over to next to Will and sort of surreptitiously start passing over the Kosir's nectar to him.
You sure about that? Will and Ryan are both saying that out loud.
He like mutters, I have a god on my side today.
I have one spell slot of each rank left, basically. That's currently what I'm working with.
I thought you had more than that, and I was okay with giving this up. Now I think you need it. So,
except, first rank. I haven't used any first rank spells yet, but those,
yeah, it's just blessed. That's all it is, right? Those are blessed slots.
Yeah.
Yes. Then yes, I will. I will say yes. I already have the blessing of one god with me, full bore. Take it. We need this. We do not know what's coming. It may be a two-phase fight. We need this.
We want a better sense of what's coming. I mean, we would need to commit to one course or the other, but I do have a couple of, as she pulls out these bolts that are carved with eyes on them, I could fire this and get a visual on that ritual I mean, it would be a pretty clear indication that we're coming, but we'd be able to at least see what they're doing and maybe make a quick plan before actually engaging in a fight.
I don't think the element of surprise is a big deal right now, as there's cannons going off all around.
Will sort of looks at disbelief at the nectar of Corsair in his hand and just like, well, thank you very much, G. I mean, he's just looking at it. He doesn't even finish the sentence.
It's okay. They would have been pulling it off of my body if you hadn't healed me.
Tegan, I'm trying to visualize like how close and chaotic the fighting is to this area where the ritual is happening, in the sense of like, would it be feasible for me to maybe try to get close, shoot off this sighting shot to get a visual on the ritual, and then make some stealth checks maybe to try to get back to safety to continue discussing with the party? Or would it be like, if I get in range to use this, it would be combat essentially, and escape would be an option at that point?
You'd have a quick and let me just kind of set the scene for you where you guys are. You guys are kind of at the boat to the far end of the beach. The war camp is directly in the center of Kanda, so it's about a mile or so away from the beach, directly kind of in the center of the Giants' war camp in there. So fighting is going to be pretty ferocious around there. You're going to have to kind of push through as you make your way kind of across the battlefield to there. You'd be able to likely, if you do well with your stealth, get a chance to get in to shoot that. But you'd have a very quick moment to begin to make your plan. It wouldn't be you would have to. I'd give you guys probably a minute in real life to make your plan before you guys had to go into it. It's not gonna be one we can metagame an hour out of a minute.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. When you said a minute, I thought, oh, that's a long time, and then you said real life.
Yeah. The other hope, and I wasn't really hoping that strongly because this didn't seem likely, but was getting a visual, getting some information, using that to decide which path to take. Like, we think, oh, this ritual is awful, we definitely need to take care of it, or oh, they have defenses are too strong or something. But I don't think.
Oh yeah, they're completely separate ends. So you guys would have to kind of commit to going towards the ritual or going to head off those reinforcements.
Yeah, I think we commit. It's up to the group vote to decide what we commit to.
Elric's already preparing along with Crash. Like, we're going to the ritual.
All right.
He's usually worried about these. He's usually the guy on the other side. Like, let's do the easy thing. Let's do the easy thing. He knows.
What I'm trying
After
to
the nectar got pulled, yeah, he knows. We're going. We're going.
I don't want a repeat of what happened when we took the beach, where we had an objective, Jeet went to the objective, and then Crash followed along, and then got into a desperate situation where we were all pretty far apart from each other. Most of us can fight pretty well from range, and if we use that to our advantage, we can remain in relative safety while picking off our foes. But if they're guarding this ritual, depending of the nature of the ritual, we might need to get to whatever's happening in order to disable it, which would take away our advantage of range combat, like we saw when taking the beach.
We will not be... Oh, go ahead.
Crash would clear his throat a little bit and just say, while I do excel at ranged combat, in the melee, despite what happened before I handled my own, I'm rather mobile given all the gunpowder I pack. I recognize we do have quite a range superiority, but I'm far less... Terrified's the wrong word. It's more so I'm confident in our capabilities if it does come to a melee. I feel the beach was an outlier. He says, lying through his teeth.
Tegan, which battle map is cooler?
You all know which one's cooler.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, if we're going to do the ritual, we need to do it smart, and that means sticking. Well, unless they have area of effect attacks, so that's something we would need to keep an eye out for. But
We only ever find that out after it's too late.
I know,
we also may have a chariot this time around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is like I was going to ask where this conversation is happening, because if it's on the beaches, then Cheetah's assembling it right now. We get the chariot out.
Yeah.
On the boat, but you could definitely be on the beach while they're on the boat and still be able to talk and get your chariot assembled.
It's okay. It'll only take a few minutes afterwards. But yes, what Crash said, I think we can do it in melee, and some of our troops that are going to be accompanying us, not all of them can even handle being in range. I agree that it should be a slower, more coordinated assault than what happened at the beach. He's like dying inside about the hops he made.
I mean, it worked.
But yes, but the tactic should be to close the gap and approach. You are right that if they have spells, then it is quite likely they can do mass area damage. So we should approach. We should do a pincer attack of some kind. If we can't get all of us, then we will leading troops as well. We should have to keep them in mind.
Well,
I guess
who's going to go with who's pincer? If we're splitting ourselves, well, that's going to mean most likely our melee units, one on each side.
Yes, ideally we can get one melee each side, one healer each side, and one ranged each side. Let's see if we can come up with that.
I guess my concern displayed in that last encounter is that I can only heal you if I can get to you. And if you need my healing, that means you're in a dangerous position, which means I'm going to be in a dangerous position. So I think a pincer strategy could work. But also what healing I have left is pretty limited. I can heal. I have battle medicine for myself, Jeet, and then any one other person, and that's the extent of it.
That makes it tricky, given that I travel using explosions.
I'm wary anytime I get far away from anybody. I want it. I mean, this is obviously bad for when we get fireballed, but I want everyone within 25 feet of me.
That's...
I'd rather take a fireball than what that cloud giant was serving. Here's a question. Does Nectar of Kasir refresh the once per day battle medicine limitation on Will should he consume it?
That's a good question. I feel like we'll say yes.
Yeah, this may be the last
I
time.
guess the opposing question would be, and I don't think we should do this, but just hypothetically, if I were to drink the battle or nectar, would that refresh everybody who's received my battle medicine?
Yeah, that's why I said yes. That's why I said it'd be the recipient, not the redoer. Receiver. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if Will drank it, he would be eligible for a battle medicine as if he'd just woken up for that day.
Cool. I'm assuming it's just like one action to consume it, because maybe not. Like, one option is to do it before the combat. Another option is to see how things are going, or even take some damage and then drink it and get back to full.
That is a possibility. It will take 2 actions to do it, though, because I'm gonna have to take it out and then drink it.
Yeah.
And I need both my hands because I got stuff I'm gonna be holding. But I could. would give me more spell slots technically if I did it that way. It's just use of 2 actions is the problem.
No, I don't think we need to do that. I think we go
The number of actions I have is, I feel like, a bigger limiting factor.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're already strategizing for the big thing. First, we should just confirm we are indeed going for the ritual, yes?
Yes.
Any opposed?
I mean, I'm nervous, but
I am also nervous.
Oh, Belric goes, now you're nervous. Now you're nervous. I've been nervous this entire time. Because we're going to the ritual.
All right, let's do it.
King Andreas, he's been like waiting well, he thinks he's been waiting very patiently. He's like started pacing, kind of like he's waiting quietly for King, but he's pacing, kind of repeatedly looking over his shoulder, and he just pauses. He goes, "So you're going to the ritual with the Nagavas?"
All right, you got us.
Yes. We'll be
Without
there.
a doubt.
Call it curiosity. We just can't help ourselves.
Oh no, I call it valor and bravery. Curiosity, that is a lesser emotion. When you go in to a fight knowing that you are outnumbered, that is what Sanda shines upon. That is what gets you in to the glorious realm. You fight on, you fight for your cause that you know that is true to your heart.
sorry,
That
wait.
is glory, that is honor, that what? I don't typically make friends with the lower class, but that makes you my friend.
Sorry, did
I
you say
just-
that curiosity is a lesser emotion?
So
no. He's just lost Wisteria.
internally, Crash, like, he's standing there stoic holding the gun, but there's like within his mind like this kind of almost Jack Sparrow-esque, like multiple of him all screaming. One's hitting the ground, another one just like goes past the camera holding his face, just like absolute terror. And all this just gets translated, all that internal emotion gets translated to a single slow blink.
Of course, you brave souls. Well, I see that he kind of points towards the marching line of the Phalanx, the Bruins, the Red Arquebus. He goes, "Well, I see your troops have arrived." You see, he pulls out kind of this speaking stone. And you hear him kind of whisper, and he goes, "We'll dedicate 2 troops of the Cotton forces as well to accompany you all upon this glorious endeavor. And yes, Wisteria, curiosity is behind honor, bravery, courage, and courage is different than bravery. Strength, and that's emotion.
I
All
cast
of those
deafness
go
on
first.
Wisteria.
No, that's like the worst thing you could do to her. She just kind of mumbles under her breath, like, "All right, so I guess we're swearing allegiance to the Baron once we get land ownership here, not King Andreas." So the Baron went to school. He understands the value of curiosity, right?
The Baron's gone to a couple schools you guys have known of. He was a Stormfist. He was at the Heckin Academy. He's actually pretty well learned. He's pretty well.
That's someone I can respect. She kind of mumbles and doesn't say directly to anyone in hopes the king doesn't hear it after realizing she did it out loud.
King is still upon his own little speech at the moment. He goes, "Well, the troops should be here in a moment. March on, go right into the heart of their war camp, stop their ritual, put a spear through the leader, and at the end of this day, I spoke to Ezen and Gresham aboard the airship. They said at the end of this day, they've got some ritual thingy-mabob. I don't know how it really works, but they could summon the spirit of Kosir's festivities. And at the end of the day, we will get that. We'll have beer flowing, wine drowning the earth. For all who survived to toast about glories and battles well fought. And to honor the gods who have aided us and the warriors who have put us where we are. And that is you lot right here."
Very well. Well, I look forward to counting the king of nope, not Kata, Vesia, as a personal friend. And I say that politically.
And well, no, he's just the king of Ascenta, one of the islands. But you see, he nods. He goes,
Right.
"Of course." As I said, we are friends now. We will drink. We will. I've invited. I believe I invited you hunting. But if I have not done it yet, you all. Once we are done with all of this war nonsense and my brother-in-law is back on his throne, we will go hunting. We will drink. We will hunt down ferocious monsters, far less ferocious than all of this craziness, and we will just embrace here as gifts in nature. But for now, you must march, you must go, you must kill, you must slay, you must bring glory and honor to both not only your own names, but to the names of the Gavels of Avasar. Go and write your histories upon the Great Stone.
We must be curious so we can figure out how this ritual works and solve it, because without that knowledge, we have no chance of success. But yeah, everything you said is right too.
Crash will actually pipe up and say, "Have you ever hunted a carnosaur before?"
You see, he looks, goes, I don't believe I have. And he kind of leans in and whispers and kind of like, doesn't cut Belric out of the circle, but kind of leans a little bit past Belric. I will not say I have not hunted in an exalted sanctuary before, but I have not hunted a carnosaur. But dinosaurs do make fun, potentially in a nondescript way, prey.
Of course, and lucky for us on occasion, some can, we'll just put it as, be up for hunts, legitimately. And he'll clasp his big-ass skull claw he's got.
You see, the king smiles and goes, well, I must be back to the front lines, but I look forward to hearing your tales, and we would lift a mug together tonight upon the cotton sands. And you see him jump back on his mount, flying off into the skies, and he goes, Gavels for glory, for honor, for all time. And you hear him just yell out as he soars off to the skies, leaving you guys for any last-minute preparations, discussions before you set off towards the war camp.
Yeah, we should have definitely worked towards recruiting the Olemnon intelligence rather than the king during the gala. Take what we can get.
Can I heal? We're bringing the Red Ruins of Fessia, yeah?
Yeah, so you guys will be back on that side. You would have 10 minutes to get them up and running before you know you have to make your way.
Oh, okay. This is one of the troop rules things where normally you can heal them up to that threshold, and then beyond that you kind of have to recruit more people to get up to the size. But I don't know if we're near a forest. I don't know.
You wouldn't be able to recruit, but you would be able to get them to their. I'm not sure if anybody got below 2/3, but you'd be able to get them back up to 2/3, or if they're below 2/3, or if they are above 2/3, up to a full third, or up to a full whole. Let me see how everybody is looking for the troops. I know the Bruins and the Phalanx got hit a little bit.
Phalanx not a lot. Like those temporary hit points absorb most of it.
I'm at about I'm at 46% HP. So does that mean I could get my guys back up to 66% HP?
Exactly.
Okay, so 130. I can get them back up to 85. So I guess what I was about to ask was, can I do treat wounds on them? Or is that I guess I don't really know how I can heal these groups.
We'll say you can use treat on it.
Idle medicine, I guess, is what I was saying.
I think so.
You got 10 minutes. You can use the treat wounds.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, the single target healing works on troops, just like single target damage. So yes.
That's my understanding.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's only effects. that it gets weird.
Oh,
Can
and
you put
one
us
thing
back on?
I mentioned too for you guys. So for the third pieces will apply like during the adventuring day, but you won't have to like spend like another week replenishing troops on that side. Basically, once you do have a week of downtime, they'll be healed. But like you can either say that you've spent that time getting more people, but it won't take one of your downtime or the faction's downtimes. So you'll be able to replenish those rank slots if anything. Now, if they die, they're gone.
They're done. Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't have death saving throws or anything like that. If they hit 0, they're gone.
Would it be possible for me to also treat wounds on the Bruins at the same time if they need
Yeah.
to? Cool.
I think we might need to go back on the Kazuya map. I just can't like target anything.
Oh
So.
yeah, we can move you back over there.
Sorry.
Or we can just have Will use up all his spell slots, right?
I mean,
Before I drink the thing,
should.
hey, I can do that actually. We'll see if I need to. After the treatments.
You need to accept exactly one token as a healer.
Oh, you would need to put the bear token down for us. Oh, there it is. Okay.
You did, yeah.
I had a window over it. So I didn't
Uh-huh.
see that.
I have so much trouble with this.
Nice. I think that'll be good.
Give me the 85.8.
Let's drop it up to 86, so you can get through up to 86. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Well, thank you, Chris.
I studied bear anatomy in college.
Don't doubt it. Somehow.
It's not that different from humans. We're all mammals. We're
That back.
and dwarves and
86.
I guess crash vision.
Perfect.
Anyone else?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if anyone else. I can battle medicine. I don't know. You need
Yeah.
to do anything else before we go?
So far, Wisteria's only healed the Bruins for her 10 minutes. Does it? I can't remember
Phalanx
how the
need
gals
healing?
were looking after that last 30-minute like heal up. Were you guys all healed all the way, or?
Actually, Bear needs some healing.
Okay. I
I can heal him. I can use my battle medicine. I'll use that on him.
remember battle
Alright.
medicine only works once per day.
Yeah, you can just treat wounds them. You got 10 minutes.
Treat wounds him.
hmm
Anything else you guys need to do?
I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Anyone need to
Refocus.
refocus? Yeah.
Yeah, just refocused. I will. No, I already said last time. Yeah, 2 charges from my staff for tailwind on myself, so leaves me to 35 now. This day.
Is
Nothing
Jeep
else. Wait,
busting out, bringing out his war chariot during that 10 minutes, maybe?
Yes. Yeah. Once we are down there, we get the chariot out, we get the horse out, we attach them together. We do a quick little bit of test drive with the phalanx following. And I don't know, I have this idea in my mind that if all goes well, G will not have to make a single attack in the upcoming fight.
Okay,
We'll see if we can make that happen.
all right. How does Jeet look with his chariot nestled amongst his troops?
Jeet is in the lead. He wants to make sure that attacks are first directed towards him. So he is leading them. He will take the upcoming damage as well. And then when he and the phalanx have figured out the correct rhythm, he has one hand on the reins as the horse like clip clops with the chariot, one hand on the naginata, and just looking straight ahead as this chariot slightly wobbles, but mostly goes forward, and the phalanx follows in perfect marching rhythm.
Perfect. I think I'm gonna pick on everybody with that. Beric, you're next. As you and Bear join your horde of bears, how does that join as Belric takes command? That's it. Or the red
Yeah.
group.
Belric is like, you can see for the first time like in a while he was very concerned, but now he's like very excited, and he's very like he's actually taking charge, and he's healing up Bear, and like he's kind of rallying the troops, so to speak. So like yeah, he's working on like battle medicine the bears, and yeah, he's just like it's for the first time you can see like he's got positive momentum, positive body posture, and yeah, he's just like he's doing his best to get everybody excited and ready to go.
Nice. Wisteria, I'll pick on you next. You see, as the others are getting ready, you see a force of the cotton soldiers begin to march towards you. It's split into two, kind of wearing the purples and golds of the Cotton Royal Army. How does Wisteria kind of take command of this new squadron of soldiers?
So she points to the one in front. You're the squad leader, right? And hands over a stack of notes. That'll explain everything you need to do and all the commands I'll issue in battle. I have research to do, and we'll start flipping through her books about giant lore and the gods, and try to nothing mechanical. We're just trying to get prepared for this ritual and identifying what the source of it might be and how to best disable it. Trusting her troops to read through her very carefully well-written notes that give all the details about her expectations for the battle and how to best support her and defend her when she's moving around, healing people with battle medicine or taking shots from careful locations or trying to figure out what is up with the ritual. But she trusts her written word to do better than any speech she might give herself.
You see a lot of worry on the troops' faces, but you do see the commander like dive in and goes, "Troop halt! I will disseminate these orders. Be prepared for battle. Be prepared to undertake instruction." And then you see him like sit down using his shield as a table and going through this huge stack of papers and occasionally shouting out commands to the troops as he uncovers bits of wisdom within. Crash, we'll pick on you next. How does Crash take command of his red arquebus line?
He would not walk up. He'd be some distance away. Take a gun, fill it with extra powder like a pistol, and do that explosive leap he usually does, corkscrewing through the air before landing on his feet in front of them. He looked from left to right and just go, "You are Gabbles. You have guns. You know how to aim. You know how to load them. You know how to maintain them. By the looks of it, your arm is still shiny too. Let's fix that. To war then." And he'll turn around and just start. It's not quite walking. It's more so. Sorry, it's not quite marching. It's more so walking with style with the rest of them. The occasional billowing cape or those crests akin to hussars.
Yeah, you see the arquebus line throw their capes behind them and kind of get that same swag walk behind them as they march behind you, heading towards glory in battle. Will, so you have a separate squadron of the Cotton Infantry. What does he do as he takes command?
Will has been walking, just walking around, shaking hands, talking to people. He's already made friends somehow in this montage. Like he's, I'm so sorry to hear about your dog, Georgia. It's real shame, but you know what? When we get back, I'm sure we can find a new companion for you. But in the meantime, we do have some serious business. And like he's just like going back, like just doing the whole like the president shaking hands and kissing baby's forehead kind of situation, just trying to make friends with the people, trying to because his primary contribution to this is his supernatural confidence that radiates out of him. So just by like shaking hands, talking to people, and just showing that he is confident, it will inspire confidence in the allies.
Like it.
Perfect. You see the cotton soldiers just almost ingratiated in, just seeing that welcoming attitude, that just pure confidence in the face of chaos and battle, starting to be emboldened and prepared to kind of fall in behind Will as the next charge prepares. But eventually you all have worked with your troops all ready to kind of go into the unknown, and you see the winds begin to pick up, the ashes in the air still billowing through. But you start to see a few oddities, we'll say. You start to see the tide begins, like, rather than doing this graceful in and out that it's been doing throughout the day, it starts to recede. You see vines, both in the water, the seaweed, as well as the grass itself, almost starts to retract into the earth.
Yeah.
You start to feel not heavy, but not like in your pack is heavy, not as in your muscles are weary. Almost like your very soul, almost your life force feels heavy. Just a bit tired. And you start to hear this dread chanting reaching all the way out to the beachhead where you all are, almost like it's carried by the winds, the heavens. Who knows what is bringing this voice to your ears? But it is a language you do not recognize, but you do hear this rhythmic chanting. It almost, as you look, the tide flows with the chanting. You see more of the grass and the vines and the life recede at the chorus and to the same melody as the chants. And that heaviness within your life force, within your very soul itself, seems to grow more burdensome in line with those chants. That's where we're going to end today's session. And you all will pick up next session going after the ritual, taking on the harder choice yet again. I wasn't sure which way you guys would go with that. But with the victory, you'd bring down another 8 of the Giants' forces to add to the quarter you guys have taken down so far with your beachhead assault. And potentially, because there could still be some extras, depending on what you all are. I don't know if you all will be up for any extras after this, but there could be some additional things the Gavels get into, or this could be the end afterwards of Reclamation Day. If you guys are able to successfully stop the ritual and claim the rest of Kanda for the forces of Kata. So we'll pick up next Thursday on that side, diving into what could be the last bit of Reclamation Day and see how it goes for the crew. So everybody make sure to join us next week, 7 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll see how the crew shakes out. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you all later.